In this current capitalist world, I think there are many people interested in how they can find success for themselves and freedom and only working for themselves whenever they want. But unfortunately, on this attempt, most of them fail to realize that it is very difficult to go to a certain path if you don't have the right information and if you don't know how to abstain yourself from doing continuous mistakes which the others do it. And this comes about to the fact that we love to react, to adapt, and to work in groups, and this crowd mentality kills us. But in the end, we all have ideas. In the end, we all come with kind of business plans which are supposed to serve us well in our path towards success. But having an idea is not enough, is not necessarily the fact that will bring you success that will help you to execute on your plan of making profits and making money. The real success is brought by risk management. And what do I mean by risk management? Well, we all have ideas. We can all find an opportunity by which we can proclaim that, yeah, if we do it in this way, we will make money, we will get profit, and we will, in the end, maximize our gains. But what happens if you're wrong? And in most cases, in probably 99% of cases, the moment, the timing that you decide to enter a position, that you decide to start a business, is not necessarily the most optimal one. But what are you going to do then? How are you going to manage your risk, and how are you going to adapt to the new environment that was presented to you, to which you were not adapted, to which you couldn't be foreseeable to go through it and see it before. So what are you planning to do when things are not turning in your favor? And this is where most people don't do well. This is where the majority of us fail the majority of times. Why? Because when you have a certain plan, when you have an idea, and you analyze it times in, times out for multiple days, you go towards it, you embrace it, you love it, and you are more or less certain that it will work. But it doesn't in majority of cases. And you get in love with this idea, you get in love with the process, you get in love with the fact that you found an edge towards some guys or some business which others couldn't see. And in the end, you cannot go away when it's not going the right the right way, the planified way, the established way. And when you stuck to it and it continues to go wrong and you say no, it will recover, and it goes even worse and worse and worse, and you are stuck, it's impossible for you to look elsewhere or to assume the fact that you were wrong. The majority of people who found success in this life, judged by monetary terms, they know when to retire, when to accept loss at a minimum percentage. And at the same time, when they are right, they leverage their success towards even more success. And in this way, they might not be right more times than they're wrong. But when they are right, they win a lot. And when they're wrong, they accept the defeat at the right time and they leave. Unfortunately for us, the average guys, let's say, we cannot accept the idea of failure, especially in human relations as well. When you find a woman, or if you're on the opposite sex, when you find a man and he or she is very appealing to you, and you see that, yeah, this guy is going to be the one, you fall in love with the idea. It's the same way as in business. You fall in love with the idea and you stick to it and you do whatever you can for it to work. But in time, you realize that it doesn't, but you still are crazy in love with this idea. And the emotional intelligence takes over you, and you don't realize what is happening in the reality. And this is how most people disconnect in business as well. The emotions take over the reality, take over the way you should act in a normal way, in a rational way, and you cannot stop yourself but lose everything in the end. So, the most important recipe for success in a capitalist world is actually the way you manage risk, and it's also so in the way that you accept failure at a minimum loss, and when you are right, you leverage, you extend your gains, and you even press more. So when you're wrong, accept failure. When you're right, embrace it and go for even more gains towards that path. And I think if each and every one of us does this, and it will continue to do it in the right way, the success will continue to do it in the right way for them. I think they will be able to reach a position in life when they can say that they are satisfied, and risk will not be so scary in the future, because success brings success, and failure, if managed well, brings future success.